Welcome back to Spice vs. Spice, a series where I eat a spicy food and review a spicy book, and I'll let you know which one I think is spicier. And sorry for being MIA, I was in Korea for a school-related thing and they had our schedule so packed I could not breathe. Representing the food team today, we have tteobokki, which I wanted to get in Korea because I heard it was better there, but didn't get around to it, so we'll set up for the LA version. This is the original spice level, which don't let the name fool you, is actually the second spiciest level. And then representing the book team is Pack of Her Own by Elena Abbott, which I actually read for the Transcript Readathon. So the story follows Natalie, who was just dumped by her girlfriend of 8 years and then found out she couldn't go to vet school because of money, and so she's really going through it. But she does work at a vet clinic and is friends with a vet who was like, "Girly pop, take my keys, I have a cabin a few hours away, why don't you get away and relax and reset?" So then Natalie goes away to the small town where she ends up meeting Ren. Ren is a werewolf shifter who owns the local diner and is friends with a vampire. Twilight dupe. One thing about Ren though is that she's a lone wolf. She did have a pack when she was young, but then she grew into her alpha nature when she reached maturity, which was really threatening to the actual alpha of her pack, so then she made a deal with him and left. Even though she's an alpha wolf who could start her own pack, she never did because she hated seeing the power dynamic in her old pack. Natalie and Ren meet, become friends, and immediately there were some sparks and flirtiness. But of course, there was a lot of hesitation because Natalie just got out of a long-term relationship, and Ren is secretly a werewolf. That didn't really stop them from getting closer, especially when Ren's wolf really wants Natalie as a mate. And as their relationship evolves, the main conflict we see are Ren's old pack coming back to cause trouble, Natalie's insecurity with being a non-op trans woman caused by her ex-girlfriend who makes an appearance, and some compatibility issues between species. We get to see them navigate all of these factors together. And now into the spice. Okay, now even though the attraction was pretty instantaneous, their spice was kind of slow. Like they were eating spicy rice cake early on, but in like a shared dream. And then when it does finally happen in real life, the majority of the spice is in human form with a little bit in like mid-shift form, never in wolf. So I really like my toppings whenever I get tteobokki, and my girl Ren is also really into topping. Like she even threw it on a sausage to make sure Natalie is properly fed. And somebody does get called a good girl, but it's not the pupper. There was like a teeny self-serve meal. And then at one point they were cooking up a whole boiling pot of rice cake, fish cakes, eggs, cheese, sausage, cabbage, the whole shebang in someone else's literal kitchen while the owner was in a different room. But there was some unexpected fade to black. And we know that there's some mate bonding spice with some biting involved, but we were not invited to that meal. Like how freaking rude. As for my verdict, I do think the tteobokki is spicier. Not as bad as what I remember, but more than the book. The book was still really fun. It had more plot than spice, which is a new one for this series. Anyways, that's all I have for today. This is gonna feed me for like 2 more meals. As always, I appreciate food and book recs in the comments.